Welcome, walleye fans. We have a special treat for you, Mississippi River style. We're here in Prairie du Chein, Wisconsin on the beautiful Mississippi River, pools 9 and 10 for the 2012 Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship.
Welcome to the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship, featuring these young guns. At the top of their game, they're ready to test their mettle here on the Mississippi. Their drive to attach World Walleye champions to their names is relentless. But it won't be easy to beat the veterans, many of whom have won this before. They know this river, and they know how to find fish. Never underestimate the skills of a seasoned pro or those of a river rat. On day one, Tommy Scarless and Jeff Lahr kicked things off with 5 fish that topped 15 pounds. The young guns came out swinging and took the lead as Jason Kopp and Scott Gitchie brought in 17 pounds, including one bruiser that went 7-3. Veterans Don Olson and Randy Carroll shot up to second with a 16-pound basket. But that was pushed to third by Brian Woodward and Rick Walter with an incredible bag.
20.39!
Former Team of the Year Ryan Buddy and Mark Nippenberg are among the toughest young teams to beat, and they held their own to stay in the top 10. Veterans Jim Preisner and Mike Olson edged out Mike's dad Don for third place. Don's other son Ryan is also fishing against him here at the championship. Corey Heiser and Ken Cumber slid into the top 5 with just over 15.5 pounds. So here are your top 5 at the end of day 1 on this 3-day World Walleye Championship.
A group fishing pool.
As with all our MWC tournaments, a kids clinic was held after the weigh-in in the parking lot of the Cabela store.
You're welcome.
Sea Grant was also on hand to help educate the kids about invasive species. The conditions on day 2 are similar to day 1 with less rain. The river is way down due to drought, so it's a welcome rain that certainly hasn't hampered the bite. As the boats head out, 5 of them pull up to the dam between pools 9 and 10. 4 of these teams are in the top 10 and all believe there's winning fish here. While teams often fish the same hot spot in tournaments, what happened in this group was special. As they fished together, they formed a bond that seemed to transcend the competition.
It's one nice thing about fishing with other guys here in the Masters Walleye Circuit. We had a very enjoyable day fishing here with the 5 boats in here yesterday, and today it's the same way. You know, it's a give and take. We're hooking each other and snagging each other, and it's nice to have such good people out here to work with.
As we saw in our Lake Pueblo tournament, a camaraderie developed that led the teams to cheer each other on, despite competing against one another.
Yeah!
Nice one,
Nice
bud.
fish. Good job, boys.
The whole field knows where we're at, but hats off to the rest of the MWC anglers, you know, not coming in a crowded class act here, you know.
When we started fishing here yesterday morning, you know, there was this many boats. We were a little concerned about, you know, playing bumper boats, but everybody's been really, you know, really good. Everybody's able to fish, you know.
Good job, boys.
Nice.
Good job, brother.
Thank you. This is the one we needed, Scotty. Let's get this baby in the boat. Come on. Yes! That's a good one. Thank you, Lord. Woohoo! This is a Hutch Walleye custom-made jigging spoon, and we bought them here from a local guy. And it's a reaction bite. The walleye love it, and they go after it every time.
These walleye in this river, every little rock is a little current break, and they'll just lay right behind them or in front of them if they're active feeding, and they see this jigging spoon.
you know, ripping by their face, and when it starts to flutter back, it kind of shimmies.
3 casts in a row. Hutch, thank you. Yes, there's 4. One more, brother.
A little slower than yesterday. Yesterday we had 16, maybe 18 keepers. Today we've got 11 so far. I think we're sitting about the same weight as yesterday, but we'd like to increase it by a pound, pound and a half, or more.
Fish are here for one reason. They're here to eat. They're here to fatten up for the winter. And as you can see over there, the seagulls are in here, so that tells us there's some bait here. We caught some in here pre-fishing, left them alone, and went and got a backup plan. There ain't much room here, but the fish are here.
Stay tuned for more action on the Mississippi when Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship returns. Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit is a production of the North American Fishing Club and is brought to you by Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter. And by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury, #1 on the water. Motor Guide, never stop. Lowrance, seize the day. Zippo Outdoor, be ready. Berkeley Gulp, looks alive, feels alive, tastes alive. The MWC Sports Network, and these other fine sponsors. Welcome back to the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship. While these 5 boats are fishing up against the dam, many more choose to lock through into Pool 9. There's said to be bigger fish up here, and one veteran team chasing them is Don Olson and Randy Carroll.
We're trying to get some quick active ones. A lot of times you get your big 10-pounders, 8-pounders up here. We got that one yesterday that was almost 6 pounds, and that was right up on top with a crank.
And just like that, they find an active fish.
Oh! I've caught a lot of nice fish off of this wing dam. Got to battle the weeds today.
Without any further strikes, they're on to their second spot.
We got some clean riprap along this section that are holding not the biggest walleyes. They're up to 19 inches, but we usually get our limit here in about 2 hours. Oh yeah, we got our first one, 16. Awesome bass.
Don was having trouble catching the right fish.
Are you kidding me? I'm the sheephead king.
But it looked as if he might redeem himself.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's what we're after. Get some of that. Nice. Yeah, we're hoping just to get 10 pounds today. Just to stay in place where we're at.
Maybe this afternoon they might pick up. Who knows? We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Mike's got one.
Don's son Mike is fishing the same rock pile, and it looks as if he's found success as well.
We were jigging the break, staying anywhere from 8 to 14 foot is ideal. Black hair jigs is all.
When we got here, we had nothing, and now we've got one fish in the box. Hopefully we can get our other 4 here and then lock down and go fish some of the wing dams down below. That's what our goal is for today.
Failing to find any more fish, it's time to run and gun. Meanwhile, back at the dam, the fish keep coming.
Yes! Upgrade.
Like that. Huge. Was a huge relief.
Fish. Good one. Upgrade.
Coming up.
Come on up. You can go back.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
It's huge. Oh, that's a nice one.
I'll get us half pound anyhow.
Yeah. That's an important fish. I gave us about probably a 3/4 pound upgrade. Should put us close to the, guessing real close to the 14-pound mark for today.
That's what you sit here for. You sit here and cast and you tie jigs and you tie jigs, and just for that little dunk, and that just makes it all worthwhile.
Fish. Yeah. Off the hook too. Let me get this jig.
Woo! Yes.
That takes the pressure off, brother.
Nice. Thank you, Lord. Life is good. We got 5 in the live well.
That was our goal all week coming into this, was to be able to pull 5 every day. It's critical. And reaching that goal 2 days in a row now just really helps the morale, that's for sure.
Morale is no problem among these 5 boats. The bite is so hot at the dam, they cheer each other on as they compete.
Looks like the boat next to us got his 5th and final fish over there.
Which is rare in tournament fishing at this level.
They're amazing. Everybody's respectful. Oh man, they just got a big one.
Good job!
Good for them. Good job, guys. Way to grind it out. Way to grind it out.
About 10 feet in front of that ripple.
Olson and Preisner now find themselves way downstream.
Fish. This is a keeper. Oh, hook goofy. Never mind.
Trouble is, the fish are small down here today.
The story of our day today.
We couldn't help but ask about the change from the big fish the day before.
Fish have fins. They move.
Stay tuned for the results of Day 2 of Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship. Welcome back to Prairie du Chein, Wisconsin, host of the 2012 Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship. Mike Doris and Kurt Oliver got things going with a 14.5-pound total that would move them up several spots in the top 10. They were followed by Komp and Hitchie, who beat them by over a pound to take the lead. Nippenberg and Buddy netted over 15 pounds to keep themselves in contention. Trevor Deagle and Paul Steffen made a nice move up with their total. They even got some help holding up their fish. Everyone wanted to know what Day 1 leaders Woodward and Walter would bring in, and it was enough to maintain their lead. That is, until Scarless and Lar came to the stage.
19.07, your new leaders!
So here's where we stand after Day 2, with 1 day left of the World Walleye Championship here on the Mississippi. The young guns of the West have taken over all but the top spot.
It's a great feeling to be on good fish. There's a lot of guys, though, that they could come back and weigh another 20-pound bag. So we got some work to do tomorrow.
I've never been leading a big tournament, after the second day, so I'm sure I'll have a little bit of trouble sleeping tonight.
We're going out in 5th place. I think we're 4 pounds behind the leader. Our plan is to hit as many spots as we can, hit them 2 or 3 or 4 times, and run and gun all day.
Hopefully we got a kind of little fog right now. Hopefully we don't get a fog delay so we can get up there and get to our spots. Good pattern.
As luck would have it, there was a half-hour fog delay, and the teams realized why when they hit a dense blanket of fog on the way up.
This is bad.
Many credited their Lowrance units for finding their way at all in the whiteout conditions. Up at the dam, it was near zero visibility.
Get up in here and scoot to the left now, okay?
But as the fog burns off, the bite comes alive.
we've been going through, you know, $200–300 worth of these jigs every day. And it got to the point where even the manufacturer who lives up the road, we bought him out last night of anything that was even close to what we've been using.
Snags are a way of life when you fish the dam. Sometimes it seemed there were as many anglers tying up as there were actually fishing.
We got a problem. Drain plug's not in.
This is the part where we need to say, don't try this at home. They fish on, open drain plug and all.
I'm hoping it gets warmer because I'm freezing cold after putting my head in the water.
Deagle and Steffen continued up into Pool 9 amidst more fog and began their run and gun program. Travers' second cast yields their first fish.
There's one.
That rock pile over here?
That one? Yeah, oh yeah.
They're throwing jigs, and like the boats at the dam, they live with snags. They use the banjo method to try to free them without losing lures.
I would say it works 75% of the time. I mean, it's amazing when you do that. I mean, usually if it comes out, it's gonna come out the first or second or third time you get that thing to snap. Just like that, and pop right out right there.
With one in the box, they're off to their second spot. It looks like Preisner and Olsen had the same idea. So the guys motor around them and pick up another fish.
Number two, a little small, but take it for now. And we're just trying to pitch into that, in front of that current break, bring it to the current break, basically. So, I mean, it's wing dams, rock piles, mile markers, you know, anything that has a significant current break on it.
Stay tuned for more action and the final results of Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship.
Fish.
Welcome back to Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit World Walleye Championship, where Deagle and Steffen just picked up their third.
Fish.
They're fishing the breaks of Pool 9 of the Mississippi, but seem to be on smaller fish.
Later in the day has been our better bite. We've got a few more spots to cover, and we've got a lot of moving around to do today.
What we have in the box aren't the biggest ones, but right now we'll take anything. Get five fish limit, and then work from there and get 5 more better ones, hopefully.
We are watching our day 2 leaders. Jeff Lahr and Tommy Scarlett are pulling their 3-ways, a big jig and a crankbait behind that. So they've got 2 presentations on each one of those rods. They're working around the tips of the wing dams, looking for the holes, looking for the blowouts, moving ever so slightly, just picking the tops with those lures, trying to entice them walleyes to bite.
Back at the dam, the second place team is on fish.
We've been mainly working as a lot of plastics. Berkeley ripple shad, Berkeley rip sticks, 3/8 ounce jigs been working the best.
We've got some spots just above the dam here that really are tempting to go check out, but the quality of fish that we're catching here, it's real difficult to leave.
None of the 5 boats up here are leaving given the quality of the fish and the goodwill they've established with each other.
Nice job.
That's a good one there. Nice walleye.
Definitely slower today. We got 1 big fish in there. So we get 1 more good fish and 1 more big fish. I think we can win this sucker.
She's a grind today. We knew it was going to slow down a little bit. Kind of different weather than what we've had the last couple days, but we'll just grind it away. We just need 5 bites. We got 4.
We came in this morning, there was a local sitting on our spot. So we sat up behind him and kind of cast it around him for the first hour and a half. That made it real tough on us. And we saw him catch about an 8-pounder. That was a little disheartening, but you know, it's not our river.
I'm coming, brother.
Turning on here in the last hour. I bet the winning fish is still swimming.
These fish come in and out, you know. Last year we found that sometimes it's better off just grinding a spot out, and the last 2 days kind of showed us that.
Yeah, baby.
We also caught up with Deagle and Stefan as they caught another fish, so it's anyone's guess who will win this.
When you come to the Prairie du Chein, Wisconsin area to come fish the Mississippi River, be sure you stop in at the Falling Rock Walleye Club Bar and Bait Shop. You want to see Mississippi River folklore? Come on in, let's go check out this little store. Come on into the Falling Rock, have a cool drink, check out the new local bait selections, also Rocky's Flies and Jigs, local baits used right here on the Mississippi River, found most other places? I don't think so. When you fish the Mississippi River, you never know what you're going to catch. Falling Rock Walleye Club, Stan Hagensick, state record, flathead catfish.
And with that, we're off to a packed house at Winnesheek's Marina for the final results of the World Walleye Championship. One of the highlights for the anglers is the Lowrance tent, where they can play with the latest in electronic technology. A pumped Corey Heiser came to the stage with a total that shot them up to second. Dan Johnson and Larry Rhodes got the crowd going with the big fish of the day. Deagle and Stefan netted just over 11 pounds to keep themselves in it. Next, it was Doris and Oliver's turn, and they set the bar high.
15.81 pounds for a total of 43.99. We got new leaders.
Niffenberg and Buddy were up next, but they came up just shy. The fifth boat at the dam was Jerry and Kenneth Fox, and they finished a respectable ninth. Kopf and Gitchie were about a pound short of claiming the title. Last year's second-place team, Woodward and Walter, fell into second again by less than 1/10 of a pound. But it all came down to Scarless and Lard.
That's Tommy Scarless. Wow.
5.56 pounds. Kurt Oliver, Mike Doris, you are the new Cabela's World Walleye Champions.
So a stunned Doris and Oliver were named World Walleye Champions of the Cabela's Masters Walleye Circuit.
Everything was so close. There's 4 or 5 boats that were just ounces away, and it still hasn't really set in yet.
We got 6 bites today, and 5 of them were good ones, so it was just amazing.
I had a silver dollar, and we was sitting there, and we didn't have a bite for like 4 hours. I told Mike, I said, you give something to the river, you get something back. And I flipped it and started concentrating, and pretty soon, dink, dink, we got a couple right at the end there that really helped us out.
So here's how the top 5 stacked up in the final event of the MWC season.
We ended up with a shootout with our Western teams, with the young guns versus the old hands. And in the end, Slow and Steady won the race with 3 consistent catches. Kurt and Mike win their first tournament ever, and guess what? It's a world championship.
Their bond with the 4 other teams was so strong, they insisted on posing as a group at the banquet in their honor.
Doesn't get any better than that. And you know what? I can't wait for next year.
To see all the results and this episode, visit MastersWalleyeCircuit.com.